And so, a day that we've been waiting for here in this game has finally arrived. When it was touted back in the earlier part of the year, a lot of people were looking forward to it and when we would be able to start doing it. Tonight, that day has finally come, and so now we will get to have the chance to participate in helping another city begin its restoration. So hey there Elizabeth, Miguel, and to everyone else that's just logging on, we're glad to have you with us here tonight. So, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Novara Autism for another edition of A Day in the Life at Tales of Eorzea here in Final Fantasy XIV. And so tonight, we are here with Corinne, who is going to be our representative, as Shinji is not available to do what we're going to be doing. But we will be doing a lot of help out for the people of Ishgard, who require our assistance once again. So, it is here at the Aetheryte and Foundation that we are going to begin the process of getting the reconstruction underway for this city. So, to do so, we have to go over here to this recruitment notice, because it is here where the quest will start. And you can actually take this one starting at level 60. So, basically, the moment you beat Heaven's Ward, the game says, here you go, you can now contribute in this particular part. So, let's take a look at the level 60 quest entitled Towards the Firmaments. Prominently posted, the notice fairly jumps out at you. The notice reads, Workers sought for the Firmament Reconstruction Project. In smaller letters it continues. Let it be known that large-scale reconstruction works aimed at revitalizing the Holy See of Ishgard have been approved by the Houses of Lords and Commons. Selected as the principal site for the project is the Firmament District, which sustained extensive damage during the war. Willing and able hands are now sought to contribute to the reconstruction effort regardless of birth and origin. From those skilled in gathering from the land to those adept at creating with their hands, the project's needs are great and diverse. Contributions will not go unrewarded. Interested parties are invited to present themselves in the firmament. According to the note at the bottom of the notice, a man named Thomlen in the broom will show you to the districts. So let's make our way over there right now. Off to the broom. So off we go to the east. Yeah, the broom itself also needs a lot of help as well. It's not just exempt from where we're going to. Yeah, here's the man that we need to speak to, and among this throng of humanity, let's go and speak with him. Well met, friend. Answering the call of the firmament, are you? Wonderful, wonderful. Wait! I know you! You're the savior of Ishgard! Actually, this is the savior of Doma and Alamigo, but yeah, you can get easily mistaken for that. Are you saying that you would contribute to the reconstruction projects? Indeed I would. Yes, I'm ready and willing, or a chance to see the notice. Yeah, I'm ready to do my part. To think that self-fabled heroes such as you would help to rebuild our city. We are grateful beyond words. There's just one trifling matter. Do you perchance possess a work permit? It is a requirement for non-Ishgardians, you see. Work permit? Doesn't saving the city count? Is that so? As I recall, you are a ward of House Forton, in which case perhaps an exception can be made. Alas, I don't have the authority to make such a decision. Well, I do, and I believe the permit can be overlooked in her case. Who's coming? Yeah, Lord Francel of House Hallinard, who we just so happened to save back in Oromi Born. Lord Overseer, thought you should grace us again. Yeah. Greetings, my friend. It has been quite a while indeed. I shouldn't be surprised you've forgotten me. Oh, not at all. Yeah, of course I haven't forgotten you. Yeah, we know what Edie did. Honored am I that you should remember me. Much and more has happened since we first met, not the least of all the war's end and Ishgard's transformation. It feels like an age ago that you and Lord Hoshafon saved me from a heretic's fate. You had proven your worth to me then. Even so, little did I expect that you would go on to save our entire nation. You are a hero to us all, and no amount of words could express my gratitude. No, only through action could I begin to repay the debt. So yeah. Thus did I resolve to do my part for Ishgard, that I might honor those noble souls who risked life and limb to protect the nation. Souls such as you and Lord Hoshafon. Yeah. Well, thinking about him. And so, when an overseer was being sought for the restoration project, I put forth my candidacy as the representative of my house. Our workshops and engineers could be put to good use, I reasoned. It was by no means unanimous, but the Furies saw fit to see me elected to the office. Honored am I for this opportunity to serve the nation, and to redeem House Hallinart's good name. Yet the work has not been without its challenges. As the run for a fallen house, I am somewhat lacking in repute, and this has made it a struggle to attract cooperation. We've had to rely heavily upon outside help, while I myself have been performing such odd tasks as I could. Which is what brings me here today, as a matter of fact. I'm about to go and survey our citizens in order to learn what they envision for the firmament. If you can spare a moment, might I have the pleasure of your company? Well, traveller as you are, your opinion will be of great interest to me, and I believe folk would be more willing to share their thoughts with you. Alright then. You have my gratitude. Without further ado then, let us take ourselves to the Jeweled Quasir. We are bound to find a diverse assortment of people there. And so he and his manservant will be on their way, and we shall follow them there. And so, from the depths of the broom to the Jeweled Quasir. Where, not surprisingly, it's going to be a very busy place tonight. So yeah, we want to go over here. This is where everyone is standing. Join Fransal as he surveys passers-by to learn their opinion of the firmament. Also, I like this guy's armor in the back. Yeah, he's combined the Dragoon armor with a few other pieces too. That looks really cool. As the survey may take several minutes, you may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Wait for passers-by? Yes. Testing, 1, 2. So as time passes by, first to show up are Hilda and her friends. Yeah, hey there Hilda, good to see you again. Well, I come here to get up supplies for the watch, and what should I find but a familiar face? Yeah, maybe 2 familiar faces? And if that ain't a pretty lad you've got with you, Corinne, and a high-born one besides, you've done well for yourself. Oh, we're not married. You know me, I always aim high, or it's not what it looks like. Yeah, it's not what it looks like. Yeah, we're both Ellison, but no, that's not what this is about. I'm teasing is all. Anyway, it is good to see my friend. What brings you here? Lady Hilda, your reputation precedes you. As you may be aware, approval was recently passed for the restoration of the firmament. In order to build a district that best serves its residents, we would know what good citizens such as yourself envision for it. Will you not share with us your thoughts? Ah, so you're one the appointed overseer. Well then, you won't mind if I speak freely. Well, that's the point. Now this ain't wholly revolutionary, but I want the firmament to be a place where we can all make an honest living. Where if a man works hard enough, he can have a roof over his head and food in his belly. Aye, might be as the war's over, but for a lot of us the struggle continues same as before. The sort of struggle blue bloods will never know. Remember, Ishgard doesn't belong only to the high and the holy now. If the nation's to prosper, all her citizens need to prosper. That's very well said. Well, we must be getting on, but if you need of guards, feel free to send word. If the coin's fair, I reckon we can come to an arrangement. And so, away they go. Who's next to come on the scene? Wouldn't you know it? Yeah, remember this guy? Ah, that there is Lord Briarden. I had heard that he was traveling the realm in his capacity as consulting inspector, but it appears that he has returned to Ishgard. Indeed he has. Like your good self, he is a well-travelled individual, and I should like to inquire after his opinion. Do you suppose we could beg a moment of his time? I believe we could. Yeah. Briarden, who helped us to uncover the mysteries at the academy, whose name I cannot remember right now for some reason. We meet again, Inspector. Yeah. Hello there. Yeah, what was it called again? Well, if it isn't Corinne, I did not expect to see you here, busy as you have supposedly been of late. Lord Briarden, pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Francel de Hollanart, and I have the honor of overseeing the reconstruction of the firmament. It is known that you are intimately familiar with all the city-states of Eorzea, and I should be much obliged for your insights. In your expert opinion, what is the one thing you believe that the firmament needs most? If the district is to thrive, then it must have a thriving economy. As I have oft observed in my travels, the flow of goods and people is as of lifeblood to a city and should be encouraged. Ishgard has long been insular, but the recent changes present a great opportunity. Given the right planning, I am hopeful that ours may become a nation where no citizen lives in want. I bid you the very best in your endeavors, and should you have need of my investigative prowess, do not hesitate to call upon me. By your leave. And one other matter, Corinne. How fares your dim-witty friend? Still living a charmed life, no doubt, and somehow managing to solve cases despite his bumbling? Pretty much. Actually, let us not speak of the imbecile. I feel my intellect draining away to simply think about him. Yeah, which is probably where we might never see the two of you hook up again. But we do want... I would like to do another mystery with you at some point, Briarden. That would be nice. Are we really gonna ask... yeah, Lord Amanalan for assistance? Or Anawa might be more capable of giving us what we need in terms of requisite information. Yeah. Hey there, you two. Corinne, I was wondering when you would notice me. Ever a pleasure to see you, old girl. And if it isn't my dear Lord Francel, how fares your lovely sister? Has she perchance spoken to me of late? Yeah, for those of you who don't remember, Amanalan has the hots on for someone in Francel's family. If Lynette has spoken of you, I fear it has not been in all conversations. Like, heartbreak. Now if I may change the subject, Lord Amanalan, you will have heard that the restoration of the firmament has commenced. Is there aught that you envision for the districts? What I envision? I can't say I've given it much thought. What, well, with the war finally come to an end, what is in order if not festivities? Yes, make the firmament to a festive place, I say. A place where one and all may engage in revelry each and every day. Beg pardons, my lord, but I believe Lord Francel thinks something more specific and I dare say, constructive? Pretty much. Oh, no, well, you are a smart one. No, the advice comes from the heart and I shall take it to heart. You have my gratitude, Lord Amanalan. Oh, it's a pleasure to aid a fellow man. Now then, we must be on our way. Take care, Corinne, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Well, how about you get back to manning the garrison at Camp Dragonhead there, Amanalan? Or are you shirking that also? Oh, and Lord Francel, do send my fondest regards to your sister. Tell her how very helpful I was. Yes, that's good. Yeah. So your day off, or are you legitimately shirking? Well, I dare say we have spoken with enough people. Shall we conclude the surveying and review what we've learned? Alright then. So let's speak with Francel again. Thanks to your presence, we were able to hear a diverse variety of opinions. Each one has merit. The question is whether the visions can be made reality. No, such pessimism will not serve. I must have faith and try my earnest best. Now then, for all this talk of the firmament, you haven't even seen it, have you? Would you care to inspect it with me? I will be there for a while, hence, so please join me at your leisure. Thormalen will by the entrance or show you to the district. Oh, and when you see the man, would you mind giving him this? 'Tis bone-chilling work standing there as he does, and it is a little something to keep him warm. Thank you very much. I could easily hand it to him, to be sure, but it would be all the more warming coming from the saviour of Ishgard. With that, I shall go on ahead. See you in the firmament, my friend. Yeah, maybe I should have had Mathia be the lead on this, but Corinne is, better suited, given the fact that her levels are higher on everything that I want to do for this. At least for now it is. Well, Elizabeth just logged on. Yeah, let's head off to... Whoa. I was about to say, how did Ophia show up in two places at once? Let's make our way back over. Welcome back, my lady. Will you be heading to the firmament? We will, but before we do, have a cup of this. From the Lord Overseer, you say? He is truly too kind. Before I began working under Lord Francel, I had thought as little of highborns as I assumed they thought of us commoners. But my lord not only treats everyone as equals, he shows kindness to everyone. And to receive this gift from the hands of the saviour of Ishgard herself, I am touched beyond words. Thank you, my lady. I shall enjoy the wine when I find a quiet moment. Now then, I believe Lord Francel is expecting you in the firmament. Just say the word and I will show you through. Well, let's make our way there now. So yeah, no doubt it'll be a very busy place, the firmament, when we arrive. Because yeah, I've already heard word that it's gonna be crowded. And with good reason. So let's go over to Francel to complete the quests. But there's more to it than just this. There you are, Corinne. I bid you welcome to the firmament. Yeah, let's have a look. The area in which we stand is named the Mendicant's Court, and we are presently preparing for it for future works. We have much more to do, but speaking to the people has stoked the fires of my determination. I want to make the firmament into a vibrant, thriving district where highborn and lowborn alike may live side by side in harmony. Yet I would be lying were I to say the task does not daunt me. There's limits to what I can achieve, especially given House Hallinar's diminished influence. Have I come at a bad time? Who goes there? Well, someone we know all too well. Count Hedemont! To what do we owe the honor? Lest you forget I am the Count of Fulton no more, just a retired old man. As for my presence here, a man reported that Corinne was in Ishgard, and I thought I would make a social call. You will forgive me for my eavesdropping, but it seems the reconstruction project is not immune to the uncertainty that has accompanied our nation's transition to a republic. Corinne, I am given to understand that the other nations have established residential districts for adventurer use. Is this true? Indeed it is. Yeah, in fact, Corinne just up and stolen one. Or, sorry, I've been living under a rock. There are districts specifically for adventurer use, and you possess an abode in one such place? I should like to pay you a visit one day, my friend. The truth is, our nation is divided by a gulf. While the redistribution of wealth may go some ways towards closing this gulf, it shall not lead to true independence for the masses. We must ask ourselves, in this new age in which we live, what role should each one of us play? In pondering this dilemma, I believe that we may draw inspiration from adventurers and their independent lives. Independent lives? If we were to translate this into the firmament, might it not assume the form of self-administration? I think that's what he was going for. It seems we have found a spark, in which case this old man's ramblings have served their purpose. I shall pray for your success, Lord Francel. Your words are as a beacon in the dark, my lord. Thank you. Yeah, it seems like we accomplished what we sought. Well, Corinne, you seem to be occupied at present, so I will leave you to your tasks. But when we next meet, I hope to be regaled with your recent adventures. As ever, our False Halt Manor is at your disposal should you ever need a rest. Thank you very much, Count. It's always nice to get a conversation with Count Edmond. Definitely one of the most affable people you'll come across. You don't talk in Francel, because I'm itching to meet your hero friend. Yes, forgive me for the wait. And who is this? Corinne, permit me to introduce you to Aubert. Formerly an engineer of our house, he now serves as the project's chief foreman. It is thanks to his leadership on site that I am able to focus my energies on the administrative aspects of the reconstruction. And he even comes with an eye patch. Francel's told me all about you, Corinne. First you saved the whole bleeding nation, now you're helping us rebuild it brick by brick. What can I say except it's great to have you on board. If you have any questions about the work, I'd be happy to field them. Just save the tedious stuff like the budget for Francel, eh? Indeed, the work here takes precedence above all else, and it is my chief concern to facilitate it, in the course of which I may well need to consult you again. With all the little tasks demanding my time, I cannot always be present on site, but I endeavour to visit as often as possible, and I hope to see you often too. We hope to as well there, Lord Francel, so by virtue of completing this quest, we take 83,700 experience, as well as 5 portions of beet soup. Perfect for craftsmen, but not exactly for gatherers, but that's alright, we'll do. We'll make do without it. And so, away they go. You now have access to the firmament. Speak with Aubert to learn about how you may contribute to the reconstruction effort. And so that's exactly what we shall do. So we'll go over where he's currently speaking. So yeah, this isn't quest-oriented, but where he's basically going to give us the tutorial here. Right, Corinne, if you're going to lend us a hand, a little explanation is in order. First thing I want to talk about is that Skybuilder's board. It is our primary way of keeping everyone informed, so make a point of checking it often, eh? If there's news of any import, you can be sure to go up there. Now then, let us talk about the work itself. The main thing we need our artisans to do is to provide us with supplies. On that topic, I reckon it's quicker if you speak with Portkin over there. Run along and introduce yourself to him. And so we'll go ahead and do that. Also, did you guys check out the golden Namazu that was standing next to that one guy? Yeah, over here is Potkin. Ah, my lady Corinne. The chief foreman mentioned that you'd be helping us. It'd be my pleasure to explain the work for you. First and foremost, in order to carry out the reconstruction, it goes without saying that we require a great deal of supplies. To that end, we ask that our artisans provide us with various supplies. Items you wish to donate can be brought to myself. Feel free to ask me any time about what we seek. Naturally, you'll be rewarded for your contributions. Depending on the item, we'll present you with an amount in Skybuilder's scripts. You can't take these scripts to Eni yonder, who will exchange them for various wares. If you wish to know more, she'll be glad to assist you. And I meant to say can, not can't. Because then what will the point be? And here's Eni. Welcome, milady. You honor us not only your presence, but your contribution besides. Now you may have heard that contributing to the cause earns you Skybuilder's scripts. They've been brought here to be exchanged for a selection of wares. In order to attract ever more contributors, we endeavor to expand the range of items offered. Aside from donating items, you may also earn scripts by participating in concerted works. Have you been informed about these perchance? I'm afraid I have not. At least not yet. In which case, I urge you to have the details from Chief Foreman Ogbear. Meanwhile, I shall look forward to exchanging many scripts for you. And so now we'll go back to Ogbear. There you are. I trust you've got a grasp of how things work around here now. And if you need to review something, the Skybuilder board's good for that. There's just one last thing I need to explain. Concerted works. Simply put, when we stockpile enough supplies, we'll ask our artisans to assemble for an intensive session of work. Get a lot done in one fell swoop. To make sure there's enough hands to do what wants doing, we'll post a notice on the builder's board ahead of time. If there's work scheduled and you're not busy, we'd be glad for your help. Have you spoken with Polkin yet? If you haven't, best sort that out now. He can tell you things that you need to know. And that's all for me now. I'll let you run along, but just let me say this. For a famous hero like you to help us here on the ground, you're a good sort, Corinne. Considered works are events in the firmament that may be undertaken by disciples of the hand or land. When the requisite amount of supplies has been delivered, works will be scheduled. Information on work status available at the Skybuilders board. Alright, so that's all we can do with that. So yeah, here's everything as you see it. So we're going to go ahead and go back to Potkin. And once we find him... Where did he go? Yeah, Potkin, you in there somewhere, man. Boy, it's really busy in here. Now, has anyone informed you about our unique materials requirements? If not, please allow me. While most of the materials our artisans require are commonplace, some are completely specific to our needs. For such items, we must turn to gatherers for procurement. If you're versed in this field, we would appreciate your assistance. That I am. Information on the items required may be viewed under Ishgardian Restoration in the Gathering Log. Yes, I see that you're amply experienced in your craft. If you kindly lend me your log, I'll write down a list of items we need for your reference. Of course, our needs can change over time. If you wish to know what's currently in demand, don't hesitate to ask me. So items requested by Potkin can be crafted by accessing the crafting log and selecting the recipe under Ishgardian Restoration. So yeah, that'll also give us the collectible thing that they were going to be asking us for. So, consider works are underway even as we speak, my lady. While your participation would be appreciated, if you have items to contribute, I'd of course be happy to take them off your hands. So he's currently looking for Skybuilder's ingots, but there's also crafting and gathering that needs to happen. Guessing I need to switch over to my gatherer now to find out what he needs. Or not. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so then... Okay, I'm kind of confused. Alright. Yeah, maybe we have to go over the Skybuilders board to get the information on materials. Supplies sought. And consider works. Obtain materials from supplies pile. Oh, okay, it's for... Okay. Works commencing in 6 hours. Alright. So, I can go ahead while we have the opportunity to show you what they were talking about. So, when we press the triangle, when we're crafting or gathering in this instance, then we can go to Ishgardian Restoration, and it'll give us a list of everything that they would want us to gain. And it can be found in various places. All we have to do is just go and find them. From what I've been told, there are various nodes that we can go and find these things. So, the first one is actually one down here that I was informed about. So I'm going to go ahead and show off some of the stuff that's also available over here. Yeah, there's also some sands that can be obtained. As well as logs and resin. And finally, a whole bunch of other random stuff, which I don't know why they would want toads. That one doesn't quite make sense to me, but hey, whatever. I mean, if they want it, we won't question the reason why they need it. So, now the process can truly begin.